For governments and societies, it's just about double that. Then they start to realizing and understanding the values and the dynamics of life a little bit more than they did when they were 30 and 20, because now they have reached the top of the hill and they start looking down. And as they start to decline into 50s and 60s, life starts to become more precious to them. And governments like Australia, like the United States of America, like the UK, and like some who are finished now, they start to realize also that they are not as powerful as they claim to have been. They start to see that they are unable to hold on to everything that they have taken. They start to see that the world does not revolve around them. They start to realize that they cannot exist without the collaboration and the cooperation of other individuals, of other governments, of other people. They start to realize this. And inevitably, individuals, like governments, soon become dependent upon others. They return back to a state where they were dependent before, and after being rich, independent, arrogant, powerful, selfish, self-centered, whatever, they start to becoming wise, giving, benevolent, understanding, compromising, mature, and looking at the anticipation of the inevitable, which is sickness and death. And one day, some of us in this room will remember that this has been said, that a great country like Australia, great country like America, where I'm from, great country like Great Britain, France, Germany, all these great countries, there's going to be a time, maybe not in our lifetime, when someone will speak about them with a historical, rhetorical mention, because they'll be over. And there'll be some other names here, like there are some other names here now. And we speak about others who were here, who thought they were powerful and would be here forever, rhetorical and historical. So we want to talk about the purpose of life as it applies to individuals and governments, because that allows us to understand the topic. I ask you to bear with me, because this is one of my favorite discussions. Not because I feel I treat it well or understand it well, but because it allows me as a human being to better understand how to negotiate my own life, how to appreciate my own life, how to appreciate those who are around me, those who may be dependent upon me or those whom I'm dependent upon, those who I interact with on a daily basis. Now, individuals within the spectrum of life, they look for certain things, no matter who they are. One, the most precious commodity for all human beings throughout the world is something which is called freedom. Freedom. And we find that any society that is able to promote itself, able to market itself, and convince other human beings that within their borders, in their land, in their government, freedom and liberty could be realized more so than anywhere else. It's just like being in McDonald's. Somehow or another, if you've got a problem, you don't have money, you don't know where to pay your bills, you had an argument with your husband or you had an argument with your wife, you lost your job. Somehow or another, when you see those golden arches, like Pavlov's salivating dog, you just start salivating. You start feeling a bit of relief. Or it might be Burger King. You can have it your own way. And if you got your children with you, your children, they start acting differently all of a sudden, pulling and wanting you to pull over, and can we stop for a moment? And elderly people, they get up early in the morning, 7 o'clock, can you imagine? And they have no one to talk to. Their sons and daughters are graduates. They're off somewhere else chasing their dreams. And the grandchildren, of course, are not there. And they have nothing to do but look out the window and watch television. But if McDonald's is down the street, they get up 7 o'clock in the morning. They get dressed. And they walk down to McDonald's. And they buy a cup of coffee and a cinnamon bun or Egg McMuffin. And they sit there all morning watching children coming in and out and people smiling in colors, blue, yellow, red. Beautiful place, full of energy. And they sit there all day with just this cup of coffee and a cinnamon bun for a couple of hours because McDonald's has sold to the world a dream.